So I'm your host, Chris Haddad, and before we jump into our guest, we have a special tribute video to our wing king, Jim Kaminsky, who this past Tuesday actually headed down to Missouri for basic training for your Army. So if you want to roll this tribute video, Jim, this one's for you, buddy. Suicide 6 challenge. What are your thoughts?
We here. We here. Let's go. Right there, wall of fame. Over there, wall of shame. End of the day, we'll be right here, baby. Let's go.
Yo, hey yo, I'm falling off a cliff and I ain't worried about a cushion. I'm utterly in love with this limit that I'm pushing. No more talking cause the proof is in the pudding.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Just clean them. Clean them, don't think. Clean them, don't think. Clean them and don't think. Clean them, don't go back. Just clean them all in one sitting. Clean them all in one sitting.
Come on.
Get that top piece. Get that top piece.
Yup.
Let's go. Let's go. Wall of Fame. Wall of Fame. Wall of Fame. You're halfway there. Yeah, you're halfway there.
Halfway there. Come on.
Don't think.
Don't think.
Don't think.
Stuff it.
Don't think.
Stuff it. Come on.
Don't think. Let's go.
Hall of Fame, baby. Hall of Fame.
Two more wings. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Yeah, one left.
One left? One
Don't
left?
think
Yeah.
about it.
Okay. You got one left. That's it. Home stretch.
Don't think about it. Let's go. Jim, stop thinking about it. Just do it.
I'm just clearing my mouth.
Good. Last one. Crush
Let's go. Let's go. Don't think about it. No, now it's right back in. Now it's right back in.
Yes.
There it
Yes. Yes.
Stop. Let's go. Stop. Stop. Let's go. Let's go. It's the last wing. Let's go. Jim, it's like 3 bites of chicken left. 3 bites of chicken. 3 bites of chicken. Do you want to be on the sham wall? Do you want fame or shade? The choice is yours. Come on.
Comes crashing down and it hurts inside. You gotta take a stand, it don't have to hide.
Judgment. Sir. It's a good challenge complete? Yeah. Challenge completed.
That sucked.
I tried to take a taste of it. It's still.
Yeah. Woo! Feeling good today.
How was it?
Well, that challenge sucked. Thought I was going to cardiac arrest for a second. Luckily, I wasn't. Still kind of feel like puking, but I'm gonna not puke because I got my pride to think about.
How you feel, Chip?
I'm not gonna lie, there was some intestinal fortitude displayed today. There was a couple of minutes in my head. I was like, can I do it? Can I do it? But I said, keep calm and wing on, baby.
Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that video. Now to introduce our guest here to my far right, we have Jason Myers, who was recently on the show from Greater Media. And we have TKA, aka Mark Provenzano from Kiss 108 here. Guys, thanks for being on the show with us.
Hey, thanks for having us. Thanks for having us.
So TKA, let's jump right into it. How'd you break into the radio scene and get where you are today?
It was actually kind of a long process. I started as an intern in promotions and then production when I was in college. Got a job on the street team, and when you're on the street team, you also got to produce our live in club show, Club Kiss, which is the one I actually, am on right now. But a couple different people at the station were on it, and then a friend of mine, Jad, got a job up in Portsmouth. So he was doing the show on the Saturday night, the Club Kiss show, but then he was always up in Portsmouth. He's like, one day he's like, dude, I just can't do it anymore. So I then, got a lot of suggestions. Hey, you should make a demo reel. So 6 months of finding who I am on the radio, make it. And one day I was just really exhausted at 3 o'clock in the morning. just coming from a party, so I was also a little drunk, and I was funnier. And my boss is like, hey, let me hear your reel finally. And the line that got me the job was, be safe, make mistakes, and enjoy your hangovers. And he goes, that's it. He goes, that's it.
That was the
That's
catchphrase?
it, yeah. You're on the air now. You start on Saturday. Thanks.
Yeah, it was probably Saturday morning, right? They brought you on
It was
Saturday night.
Saturday night starting at 10 o'clock, and I've never been more nervous in my adult life. I was so nervous it was December, and I still had on my pea coat, heavy jacket, and scarf because I was so nervous in the club doing a live show. I wanted to do it recorded, but the friends I had were just like, no, don't be a coward.
Yeah,
don't be a coward.
Yep. You might-
And then we got there like 9, and they're like, here, take this shot. It was called an alien brain. 10 o'clock, I was like, yeah, I think we're going to do it live. Yeah, let's do it. And I listened back to the tapes, and I'm like, why did they let me on the air? I was awful, god-awful.
Yeah, and the rest is history from there. So you said that you work at Kiss 108. That's kind of what you're known for around the area, but you're also in New Hampshire. Now, what's that radio station? That's Z107.
Z107.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a night guy, 7 to midnight every day.
Okay.
Up in Portsmouth. Great station up there. My buddy Jad got it for me. He's like, hey, submit a demo reel. And I was like, okay. Submitted the demo reel, and the guy's like, I was working the jam and summer jam at the time. Got an email saying like, hey, we liked you. We're going to call your boss. Now, my boss is standing next to me. And I'm like, Dylan, hey, these guys, this is a Saturday. He's like, these guys are going to call you. He goes, they're going to call me on a, yeah, they called him. He goes, you're going to be surprised. And I get a call on Monday being like, hey, come up here. And then I went up there, and they're like, 7 to midnight every day. This is your shift.
This is your new career, yeah.
And you want to talk about even being worse. I was god-awful, like yelling a lot on the radio. And it was like, stop being a tool. Stop being that guy.
Yeah.
Like, you can do this. And then it was just finding, like, I owe a lot to my buddy Jad and Joe Public over at Kiss 108 for helping me out with that.
Awesome. Yeah, and you know them because that's how you guys met, right? Was through, you used to work at Kiss 108?
I used to work at Kiss 108 before I went over to the Good Guys, and
Wow. He just said that.
I started. Mark was already there, already established when I
Not
joined.
established.
Well, more than me. I was interning, and then Mark. Honestly, if anyone asks, I'll deny it. But he gave me the best advice that I've ever gotten. He's just like, learn everything.
Yeah.
That's how they keep me around. And he has no skill. So if I have skills, at least learn something.
I've been coasting through the entire time I'd be there. They think I can do everything. I have not a clue. I don't have a clue to do
Just
anything.
pretend like you know what you're doing.
I don't even know how to really drive a car.
Fake it till you make
Yeah.
it, right?
Fake it to you. So now, Mark, what is the big difference between Boston on radio and then in New Hampshire?
Not much. I mean, it's kind of like the problem with being on Z107 in Portsmouth is you can also get Kiss 108 in Portsmouth.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like competing against myself sometimes,
You're going
which
back and
is
forth.
totally fine. I
Yeah.
mean, I wish that equaled double pay, but it doesn't. No, there's like it's Portsmouth up there is it's a smaller market, but it's still like the same people you're talking. Like they can hear me over the border in like Salisbury, and with like the Iheart radio app, like people can hear me really anywhere. I doubt that they do, but yeah, there's really no difference. Maybe just like giveaways. Like with Boston, we have bigger giveaways because we're a bigger market.
Yeah.
I mean, by the hundreds. Like there's a huge gap on market size. But I was giving away Jay-Z and Beyonce tickets on Z107 when they were giving it away on Kiss.
Yep.
We're starting to get there. We're starting to get there.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, so you would recommend to the younger kids trying to break into the scene, you start the street team, because I mean, street team, I guess in the radio sense, is the lowest of the low, right? That's kind of the entry level to get into radio stations.
Yeah, but with the street team and being there, especially more in Boston, like a lot of markets don't, like a lot of stations don't have street team.
Yeah.
Like, it's the guys doubling up. Like the promotions guy, the promotions manager will also be like on a street team gig, being handing out the T-shirts or the bumper stickers.
Yep.
So if you can find a market that has a street team, start with an internship. Make them laugh a little bit, have them like you,
Bust your ass.
bust
Yeah.
your ass. Be
Or
down to do whatever.
Or be a good-looking girl. That always helps, too.
That does too, yeah.
Is that how you got in?
No, I had to bust the ass.
He wore a lot of tight pants when he was an intern. That's all I'm saying. He got a lot of girls' attention. But then it's just like, street team, and then be social. Just like start talking to people, and then they'll give you advice. If you want to be on the air, just get ready to do a lot of work for nothing. I was working at Fenway Park doing security, and I was going in every day after games. With baseball, there's no time limit, so like around 2 a.m., I would find a studio. I didn't have a login. I had to use somebody else's login. I didn't have access to the music log, so I was recording songs off YouTube, finding a song that was also played on Kiss on YouTube, finding one with an intro, trying to fit that. Okay, well, here's the music video, and then there's like all this other nonsense going on in the music video, so I couldn't use that. I did that for 6 months.
Wow.
Staying, and this guy actually found me asleep in the studio a bunch of times, where he's like, I'm just like snoring very loud and obnoxious, and he's like, get out. The morning show needs this room now.
Yep.
Or I'd be taking a video.
Or I'd be taking a video, posting it on Facebook somewhere.
No, that's awesome. Kind of a feel-good story of where you were and where you are now. It's
I mean, I never, being on air now, you never have if you have a sense of like, okay, this is like I've accomplished something. I'm on 2 different radio stations. I'm on 6 days a week. If that's something you're fine with, okay, well, get ready to just be nobody.
That's it. Yeah. Average and ordinary, as opposed to where you could be or your
right.
potential.
You have to like. I always said it didn't matter where I was on. It's just I wanted to be the best guy on that station.
Sure.
So I'm still striving to be that on 2 stations, because I listen to people that I work with who are my friends, and I'm like, wow, they're a lot better than me. But then they'll also give me a compliment, and then I'm like, well, no, they're still way better than me. Like, guys, it's never try to copy yourself with anybody, because as soon as you do, then you sound mundane and you sound awful.
Of course, yeah.
But if you actually strive to be your own person, you'll actually be surprised on how funny you can be and how good you can be. It's like, take a risk. That's the one good thing about being on in New Hampshire, is I have a whole different opinion from my boss up there. So I could try something up there, and then I'll know if that'll work in Boston or not.
Now, Jason, I know you work behind the scenes, not on air,
Right.
like Mark does. Are you looking to break into that scene, or is it something that?
Nah, you know what? When I first joined Kiss 108, I thought that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I just love the events and the concerts. I like working those, running the meet and greets, that type of stuff. I mean, Mark does that too, but his passion is radio. My passion is behind the scenes, making the radio what it is.
Can I tell this story? It's actually a funny story.
Yeah.
Is when I got the email to be, hey, there's a job opening, start making a demo reel. He got it too. And another friend of mine got it, because we were sharing the producing jobs at different bars for Club Kiss. He didn't think it was real. He didn't even make one demo reel, and he's like, no, it's not real. I don't even know why you're doing it.
Yeah.
And then my other friend got another job. So I don't even know if I was the most talented guy.
You're just the only
I
one.
was the one who lasted the longest out of the race. So
Everyone else is like, this isn't real. This
Thanks
isn't
for not
happening.
trying.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Do what I can for you.
He served it up to you. That's awesome. Now, when you're on the air DJing, is it something that you select the music, right? Or is it something that the log is there?
No, they don't. Like the everyday show, I don't. They might listen to me. Like sometimes I'll sit in music meetings in Boston, and that might translate into Portsmouth.
Yeah.
But they have one set guy in just about every market that selects. He goes through a ton of statistics and a ton of social media feeds and a ton of trades and a ton of music meetings with record labels on what's going to be like the next hit song. Like
wow.
There was probably about 17 meetings on just whether if they were going to play Fancy or not. And now Fancy's like, there's
and now
the behind-the-scenes process of picking the music is so above my pay grade. It's just like, okay, listen to the song, find something funny, say that, and then you just didn't turn your mic off and let the song play dummy.
It's like people knew Iggy Azalea was going to blow up this summer before anyone else did.
Yeah, they knew in like February
that Iggy was going to be the hit of the summer.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, if you watch like when music breaks on the radio, they'll say, new music, when really that music video has already been out for 4 months on YouTube. Well, that's because they want to find whether or not that song is going to be successful. Can it fit in what we have right now? Where are we going to play that? Where should we try it out to see if it is going to translate? How many requests are we getting for it? What social media look like? There's so many different questions going in on it. I might make a suggestion. Oh, did you hear the new Coldplay song? The new Coldplay song would work on Kiss. Okay, I'll give it a listen. And then, like, months later, it'll eventually be on.
Yeah.
And then with the mix show I do on Saturday nights, it's now called Evolution on Kiss. It's like, the guys, like, we have really good mixing DJs, like, fantastic mixers. DJ Wild Bill, who's been in Boston and on Kiss since, like, probably before I was born. And then DJ Costa, who is probably one of the bigger names in Boston.
Yeah,
he's a really good friend of mine. And, we talk about music all the time. And I kind of just let them do it, and they give me a heads up, and I'll be like, okay, probably not that one next time.
Yeah.
Me with the selection, I go with the breeze, my man.
Sure.
Just give me a microphone.
And it's crazy because, an average person like me who doesn't know the radio scene as much, I never knew it was a sweet science to, you check social media, you check the statistics to see what song is getting you the most ratings.
In radio, it's funny how much one person's opinion matters.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what their title is, if they're like, the fan who's calling every day, for the Demi Lovato song. Yeah, we'll play it. We'll play it. Is it going to last long? Is it going to translate to being like the song you play right at 2 o'clock or right at 3 o'clock as soon as it hits the even hour? Nah, we don't know. But, we'll give it a shot, and then it's all about feel after that. It's opinions are humongous in the radio business.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because if you get one girl who loves Demi Lovato, there's thousands of other girls out there who are waiting to hear that song as well. So.
Yeah, I mean, Demi alone, she's great.
She's got the stalkers. She's got the people. They try hard for her.
Yeah,
They're always blowing up
Demi,
social media.
Those Levatics. I mean, if I made the mistake one time when One Direction was at Foxborough just recently, I tweeted out, hey, if you went to the One Direction show, call us if you have and then it was also, if you have song requests, hit us up on Twitter. And I post that same message every time on Saturday night, and I do it every day for Z107 too. But my phone would not let me open the Twitter app after I put that. Like, it crashed.
Wow.
Because of how many people. And then we had flooded phone lines all the way from like 10:30 to about 3 o'clock in the morning with people still calling about their One Direction show. Can we put everybody on? I would love to. Are a lot of them boring? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, but you do what you can with it. Like, hey, I was at the One Direction show. Okay, what was your favorite part? The whole thing.
Okay,
thanks.
Next.
All right.
Thanks for nothing.
Next button, hello.
So speaking of One Direction shows, that was a big hit. What was it, about a month and a half, 2 months ago now?
Yeah, it seems like yesterday.
Yeah, it does.
Right?
3 shows in a row.
Yep.
Sold out Gillette 3 days. It's pretty tough.
Hat-trick.
Yeah. What events you got coming up that specifically you're involved with?
I'm going out to Vegas to help work in the meet and greet area for the Iheart Radio Music
Awesome.
Festival.
Yep.
It's my 4th year doing that.
That's
unbelievable,
great. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And then after that, we get into Monster Jam and Jingle Ball time. And that is one of the crazier times. And then right after that, we jump right into, there really is no off season.
Yeah.
There's always something going on, especially lately with the bigger names that were just in here for the summer. Ed Sheeran. We have a new country station now, so I'm helping out with that until they can fully staff that. I mean, it's
That's the Bull, right?
That's the Bull, yeah. And it's crazy. This was one of the busier summer concert seasons I've ever been a part of.
It really has.
Yeah, it's just get ready for zero sleep and a lot of coffee.
Yeah.
And comfortable sneakers are the key.
Yeah, because Jason, you help out with those too, right? Cause
Yeah, you got to have the comfortable sneakers.
Have to.
I mean, you're dealing with, you're walking back and forth. Like, I got one of these Fitbits just to see how many steps I take. And of
I have
course,
it on my phone.
if you only use that information, right?
It's crazy. It's nuts. It's those days. I mean, they're long days. Like, it's like a 5. Like last year for the Iheart Radio Festival,
Yeah.
we had the show Friday night.
Yep.
The show got over 1, 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
By the time we get everything broken down into your hotel room, get something to eat, it's probably 3:30, 5 a.m. call time.
Yep.
Go out to the festival outside in the Vegas heat. Work that from 5 in the morning till about 4 in the afternoon. 4:30, you go back to your hotel room, shower. 5 o'clock call time. Finish out the festival till 2 a.m. I mean, and the thing is, what the messed up thing was? I would do it every single day if I could.
That's great. It's like your body hates you.
But you love it.
Yeah, you love it. I mean, the funny thing is they also we'll get out there on a Tuesday or a Wednesday to work the show that's a Friday or Saturday out in Vegas. Now, we'll get out there. We'll be up at the airport at 8 o'clock, sitting in the terminal waiting to go. And then as soon as we get off the plane, we are
Right into the production room.
right into it. You drop your bags off at the concierge desk and you pray they get it up to your room, and then you dive right into hanging banners, setting up a meet and greet room, helping run wire for the production room, whatever you can do. And there is no set. That's a great thing about that is when you go out there and work there, there's no set titles anymore. Like the guy who's the market manager of Boston or New York or LA is up there with you
Hanging banners.
and
Yeah,
hanging banners.
exactly, yep.
It's just all hands on deck.
All egos go
Everyone's
out the window.
Yeah, that's actually the motto they put in the room.
So if you do have an ego, you're not getting invited back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that slows down production time. That slows down everything. If people are sitting, I'm not doing this. Why should I have to do this?
Right.
And it also doesn't help. You lose complete track of time in Vegas. Like you want to kind of experience Vegas when you're out
You
there.
don't, though.
You honestly have to manage your time. They throw a great after party for us
Yeah.
on Saturday night. But then, my first year out there, I thought I could handle Vegas.
Yeah.
Now, he wasn't out there with me. I think he was still an intern. The
Yeah.
first year.
Now, how old were
So,
you?
I was maybe 22, 23.
Okay.
Maybe.
Young. Yep.
And they're like, I've never been to Vegas before. and I was hanging out with the guys who were like, the party guys. They were my friends, and we're going out, and we'll go to this after party. Oh wait, now let's go to this club. Okay, let's go to this club. All of a sudden, it's 7:30 in the morning. We're walking out of one club, catching a cab. The sun is out. That was a little trippy. Like, it's the movie Hangover.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, let's get this pizza. Didn't know the pizza cost us $50. And then it's like, okay, one nightcap before we go. Okay, we get a beer, and then we're eating the pizza. I go upstairs. I start packing, watching SportsCenter. I have to be at the airport in a couple hours. But that's okay. I won't sleep. I'll sleep on the plane. I fell asleep while packing in my suitcase. Missed my flight home.
Oh, Jesus.
The one rule of iHeartRadio is you don't miss your flights.
It's don't be late and don't miss your flights. And I think I'm the reason for the don't miss your flights anymore.
For that one time.
Yeah, my boss greeted me on Monday after I caught a red eye, and he's like, guy.
Give you the slow clap,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
And he's like,
4 years later, and we still don't let him forget it.
No one forgets it. No one forgets that one.
No, it's the Mark rule. Don't
Another
be late
Mark
the
rule:
one time.
you're not allowed to drink water near a computer.
Yeah, I've broken some computers before. I'm amazed at how many stuff I've done where I still have a job. It's amazing to me.
Yeah.
So last time we had Jason on the show, he gave us some celebrity stories.
Which ones would he give you already?
The Justin Bieber.
He gave you a couple of Justin Bieber ones. So
I think I talked about how Miley Cyrus' manager almost didn't let her perform the iHeart because we screwed up that whole meet and greet at the festival.
Yeah, and you know what? That wasn't even our fault. No. It was just like some camera guys who we don't even know who they were with anymore. Like, we thought they were with the iHeart people. It's like how many back doors were in that area. It was amazing. So they just come in, and this camera is right in her grill when she's trying to, like, meet it, like, take a picture with some fans or whatever. And we're trying to figure out, okay, how do we get these people out? And by that time, it's over. And they're like, oh, no, she's not performing now. She's not doing this. And then she went on stage and did Wrecking Ball and cried. The funny thing is, I don't even think she cried because this was out at the festival.
No, she cried in the festival, but then she cried again later that night at the second festival. So clearly, she didn't really, the tears weren't real.
She was outside the Village in the Vegas heat, and we thought, I honestly still think to this day that just her makeup was melting. And that's
off her face.
That's just my theory. I don't know if it's true or not. Let's call it TMZ. Let's see if we can get something on that.
Harvey Levin.
Harvey.
Get him on speed dial.
So what other like personal stories that have affected you when you're out? It could be an iHeart, could be an event around the Boston area. What anything that rings off the top of your head?
Yeah, well, me and him both did this when Boyfriend was out, Bieber's big song. We actually were right outside here, and we did a kind of a makeshift, pre-party where we had a huge van with a stage on top of it. And I had a little, like, boom box, like a little Bose box or whatever, microphone attached to it. And it was just Justin Bieber songs on it. And I ended up having probably 300 people around that van.
Minimum.
Chanting and screaming. They were shaking the van.
Can we roll the video of them chanting my name?
See, they all, we don't have that queued up. I was on the mic for 5 hours. Lost my voice, had to go through the Saturday night show right afterwards. So then he jumps on the mic for half an hour. For half an hour after I was done. And as he was coming on, I'm like, all right, everybody, I'm done. My name's TK. Follow me on Twitter at TK Radio, whatever. And then I was like, make some noise for Jason. Come on, Jason. And I get everybody start chanting. And the scumbag that he is, he takes a video of it, posts it on Facebook, and everybody's like, oh, great job, Jason. Great gig. You're great with the Bieber fans. And I'm like, dude, like, cool. Fairness out the window. See you later. Besides that,
are you drunk right now? Are you drunk right now talking about this? You know that's not true.
You are such a liar.
Long story short, all the Beavers, they like me a lot.
They wanted Jason.
The
Believers wanted Jason. So so before the show, we talked a little bit about what's your go-to question, and you haven't told me yet, and I'm curious to know what it is.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you the question first. I'll tell you the story behind it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so my go-to question always is life on the road tough? Now, it's
an open-ended question, sure.
At one point in time, we were traveling one iHeart year. We traveled to New York to work Jingle Ball. Then we traveled to Atlanta after we worked our one in Boston. And then before that, we had to work iHeart. So we were on the road a lot.
So it was going to Atlanta.
I started saying, people started feeling it, road weary, and they were just, completely tired. And they were just sick of being in a hotel and sick of being we were on a tour bus at one point in time, cramped all together. We were just really sick of each other.
Yeah.
And, me and Jason always try to keep it light. We always have these little stupid things we say to keep everybody in a good mood. And then, we'll be walking and, something bad will happen. Like, say you break your pencil or anything. You left your wallet back at the hotel. Dude, life on the road is tough. Life on the road is so tough. And that just became, our battle cry, really.
So anytime he interviews anybody, in the Kiss Cafe, any radio
Anything.
interviews, it's always, hey,
Hey
so
man, is life on the road tough?
what would you consider life on the road? Would you consider it tough?
We had Ryan Beatty in, who's like he's an up and comer.
He's like a
local
poor
guy,
man's
yeah.
Justin Bieber.
That's putting it rough. He has some fans. He's gonna get there one day. And I'm sitting in there, and they had nobody else to do the interview, so of course they call me. And I come in there. I'm wearing like a scrub T-shirt, baseball cap, totally not ready to be on camera. And this like, okay, he performs 2 songs, and then it's time for Twitter questions. I always open it up to the audience, see if anybody, but nobody wanted to say anything. So I'm like, okay, I have my Twitter questions up there, and I told him before the show, I was like, dude, I want you to tweet in, is life on the road tough? I said, just do me that favor and do that. So I read it. Of course, it's the first one I go to. Now, everybody that's in the room right now and in the director's room was on those road trips with us, so they know about me and is life on the road tough. So I say to him, I said, at JL Myers 13 asked Ryan, is life on the road tough? As soon as I say that, everyone who's working a camera, working anything, starts dying
The camera
laughing.
starts shaking.
Yeah, like his thing, he like twicked it like all the way to the left. It's like showing the ceiling, and I'm up there just like.
I wouldn't be able to do it. I'd be biting
holding
my
a
lip.
straight
Yeah.
face, and he's sitting there, the poor kid.
But
He's
meanwhile, the guy that's doing the sound in the video, like moving the thing, he's basically sitting in like a room, and you just hear him go, I can't believe he asked
He's
him
like,
that.
he did not ask that question.
Screaming it. He doesn't realize that you can hear him everywhere through the wall, and the kid's looking around like, what's going on? What did I just
he
say?
looks at me and he's like, what's that laughing? I was like, I don't know, but it's really rude. Ryan, the question, is life on the road tough? And he's like, no, I'd say it was fun. And this poor kid, he's on the ground. He's just rolling
I'd be
laughing.
too, all red faced.
And they were like, basically, I have not been asked to do another interview in that room since that day, but whatever. I got my one shot in. I'm happy with that. I also asked, what's a better movie, Bad Boys or Bad Boys 2?
Okay.
What's the better movie, Bad Boys 1 or Bad Boys 2?
I like Bad Boys 2 better.
Of course you do.
Perfect answer.
See, one day we were having a big conversation talking about sequels, saying there's never a good sequel. Then we rattled off, Dark Knight, and I'm like, well, Bad Boys 2 is way better. So that got into a discussion. Next thing you know, anytime we have a live performance, that question's
At
asked.
JL Myers, we always put it back on him. He doesn't even work there anymore. We still shout about it on Twitter.
We had at one point we had a tally of every artist that said which one they liked better.
Yeah.
For a while, Bad Boys 2 was winning, and then one took a turn, and
who's the ones that messed that up?
Mazzy.
They got Bad Boys 3 coming out
They
soon.
do.
That's another.
It's still not going to be as good as Bad Boys 2.
It can't be.
Two
Nothing
songs.
can be.
Two touched the song.
Captain, I was at a family barbecue.
Pressure points.
Pressure points.
All right, so along with the radio, what are your future plans? Do you got anything planned coming up, or?
You want to take that one first, there, guy?
Yeah.
Just grinding.
Just grind away at the greater media, yeah?
Just keep doing what I'm doing, just keep working. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Let's see if I can do any more cliches. No, it's just,
Wow.
it's just like, just keep working, stay humble. Now I sound like I'm accepting a speech, an Academy Award.
It sounds like you just made the Patriots. You made the cut. Yeah, just have to be part of the team, man.
Hey, you know what? It is what it is. Should I start snorting like Belichick? Get it going? Great radio. But no, really, it's just you just got to keep working. Just keep doing everything you're asked to do.
Yep.
Don't ever say no.
I'll get a little bit more specific because that was awful. But seriously, Jason is one of the better promo guys. There's only maybe 4 or 5 that I know that are better than him.
Dial on.
Bad Boys 2. No, with me, it's always been I constantly am sending out demo reels just for people's opinions that are a friend of mine in the industry, or see what else I can get. I was up, I came in second for a job on a morning show in Connecticut.
Oh, awesome.
And then there's other people that are interested that because of this the company I work for, I've had to turn down because there's a no compete thing going on.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, I honestly will say to this day, as long as I have a full-time contract, and I don't care what time I'm on, as long as I have a full-time contract and a microphone, I will just be happy wherever I am.
And that's
it
awesome.
Could be Alaska.
Yeah, and Kiss 108 is one of, if not the biggest station in Boston too. So it's not like
I've made peace with the fact that eventually I'm going to have to move out of this state, but I will seriously probably cry a little bit when I leave that building, because I've probably been in that building more than I've been in my own home since I turned 21.
Yeah.
So
what, 20 years ago?
Yeah, nice.
Sure. No, that's awesome, and we appreciate you guys coming on and giving your wisdom of what actually happens backstage and behind the scenes, because not a lot of people know that, and it certainly intrigues me just because the celebrity stories and all the behind the
If you're
scenes.
ever interviewing anyone, always ask them, is life on the road tough? That's the only
And
thing.
see what they like. Bad boys want.
Bad boys want a bad boy
Bad
too.
boys.
Spice it up with questions. People are tired of hearing, oh, so what do we expect from the new CD? Spice it up. They'll like you more. They'll actually send you a thank you card in the mail. I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
Amir.
Amir.
What up, Amir? Number one YouTube.
Awesome. Well, to my far right, Jason Myers. In my middle, TKA, a.k.a. Mark Provenzano. Guys, I appreciate you being with us. And until next week, I'm Chris Haddad. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Later, Wing King. Have fun in basic training.
We'll see you soon, Jim.